Alright, howdy gozaimasu. Alright, so today I wanted to show you guys a clip from an interview that David Icke did on London Real TV. Say what you want about David Icke. What he mentions in this video is pretty insane, and it really changed my perspective on how the mind, the body, and the soul works. You know, just a quick preface. A lot of what he says, it kind of makes me wonder a bit more about I got my notes there, so if you see me, it highlights the programming that we have. I feel like as human beings, our greatest strength and our greatest weakness is that we're programmable. And so a lot of that gets taken advantage of. You could look at, MK Ultra, and you could just go down the rabbit hole. Advertising, that's a clear thing with advertising. They do psychological tricks. If you play video games like loot boxes, they make it all shiny and they make all oh my god, it's hacking your it's pretty much programming you and hacking you to your mind to spend more, do more. Even with fast food, there's so much stuff in this reality that it attacks you directly. But if you're not conscious of it, then you just succumb to it, which is what he talks about in this video. He mentions that the mind is like AI, and it is true, because it's we all have these automatic mechanisms. We're built to survive, but it's that survival instinct gets hacked and manipulated through forces. I guess you could just forces. Whether it's marketing, whether it's subliminal messaging, stuff like that. Now you could be all right, Josh, you're a conspiracy theory. There's no subliminal messaging going on. Well, look at MK Ultra. Look at all this stuff. If you don't think there's any subliminal messaging going on, boy, I tell you what, you got a long way to go, my friend. But it's okay. We're all on our journeys. We're all at different points of our journey. But really take this video. Really watch it, really think about it, just meditate on it. Because I always had the idea that we all have souls, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, Mexican, Asian, the whole spectrum of types of people, different races. It's what's on the inside matters. So it's okay, well, the outside is not what matters, it's what's on the inside. And it's what is on the inside? And it's you could say the mind, but it's the mind can only go so far. I feel the mind is, it helps you with memorization and stuff like that. But where does your personality come from? I feel for a lot of people, their personality comes from their mind, their programming, their past experiences, but it's you can transcend that. And there's been plenty of people that have transcended their trauma. When you go down the path of self-actualization, you start to realize that it's oh wait, there is a disconnect here. And David Icke talks about this later on in this clip I'm about to show. Don't worry, I'm gonna stop flapping my gums in a second. But you think that you is the you where your thoughts are freaking ridiculous. But the fact that you're able to perceive your thoughts being ridiculous, there's that level of separation there. And I feel all throughout our life, we've been constant focus on the 5-dimensional, get good grades, the matrix pretty much, go get money, get a job, get money, go to college, blah, 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 go. And I wonder if, I don't know, from the stuff I've been looking to, it seems like it's not a mistake or on accident that kind of messaging is pushed onto the world. But anyway, that's for a different video. But anyway, I'll show you guys the clip. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. I don't think I said this yet, but I did edit the clip down a bit. So if you want to see the full thing, the link is in the description.
What I looked at was how these various religions, not least the Eastern religions, but not only, and you look at the New Age, which is basically the Eastern religions gone West, and they have a common theme. They say, to reach a state of enlightenment, you've got to get beyond mind. You've got to get beyond mind. Mind is a block to enlightenment. So my question was, so what's the bloody mind then? What's this mind that's the block to our enlightenment? And what I've talked about in the dream is that the mind is AI. It's not human AI, it's not that level of human AI that we have now, but what is this whole AI mind? It's a program. And if we are only perceiving reality and experiencing reality from a five-sense perspective, we are following the program of AI mind, which is running through everyone's body. What can override that program is consciousness. That's why these religions and various spiritual ways of doing things say you've got to get beyond your mind. They don't say this, they don't realize this, but you've got to get beyond your mind into consciousness to reach enlightenment, because that mind is there to stop you becoming enlightened of what the bloody hell is going on. So this is my view. If you're only in your mind, if you're only perceiving and experiencing and believing in a world of the five senses, then all the way through your life, from womb to tomb, you're being run by a program. You're basically the human reality equivalent of a non-player character in a video game. What is a non-player character? It's a character that has no impact on the game because it's being run by the game.
No free will.
None. But when you become conscious beyond mind and you start tapping into those levels of awareness that are beyond the simulation, suddenly, the more you do it, the more impact it has. You look around, you go, I can see it now. Why couldn't I see it before? Because that was controlling you before. And what do we call that? Awakening. People talk, it's the Great Awakening, awakening. What is that? It's awakening from this AI program that's dictating people's lives to consciousness beyond the simulation. Not beyond the body, beyond the simulation. Because beyond the simulation is infinity. Infinity of consciousness, infinity of realities, infinity of everything.
And we can all get there.
We can all get there. That's our natural state. What's happened is we have been perceptually hijacked so that we believe that we're in a reality that's actually not real. And if you look at the symbolism of the story of Adam and Eve, you have the snake and you have the temptation of eating the apple, of knowing the difference between good and evil. What is that? Polarity. This simulation works on polarity. It's an electrical system. It's an electromagnetic system. And what it is doing, if we don't become conscious beyond it, it's turning us into polarized expressions of the polarity reality we're experiencing. So you have this all the time. Electrical circuits need two polarities. So if you seek to impose, you need resistance. And then you have, if you seek to impose and you go, I'm not resisting you, I'm just not cooperating, the polarity's gone because it doesn't have the electrical circuit. They're all the time looking for electrical circuits. Now, there's a whole area of science which I've written about at really great length in the books over the years. It's called the Electric Universe, or the Thunderbolts Project, where physicists and other researchers have concluded that what we call the universe is an electrical system. What is the body? It's an electrical system. Thought manifests, emotion manifests through electricity. The brain communicates with the body communicates with the brain electrically.
I mean, most people can't meditate for a minute, let alone get the concepts you've just described to me in their head.
Yeah,
it's a big leap, isn't it?
But every time I've tried to meditate over the years, I've fallen asleep, right? I can't meditate. What I do is I daydream. I daydream all the time. And what's the daydream doing? It's suspending focus. Energy flows where attention goes. It's suspending focus.
So you bypass the mind.
Yeah. Because the mind, the AI mind, I would call it, astral AI mind, wants you to focus on the five sense world. And if you're trying to survive another day, and most people in the world are, then that's your freaking focus. But if you daydream, you just let your consciousness go where it wants to go. You drift out of mind. And then you can start to get insights which the mind would stop you getting. And so, you know, when you get people, and people say of them, it doesn't matter how much evidence you put in front of them, they won't get it. Well, that's the mind, because the mind's not there for you to get it. The mind's there for you to stop getting it. And you know, you'll know about this. You know these, when people say, just move your consciousness back and observe your mind. And you can do it. And what you're doing, all this chatter, right? And she said about me, and I said about her, and then she said, and you suddenly, which you thought was you, suddenly you're observing it. So, all the chatter. So, I thought that was me. So who's observing it? You are. Consciousness is observing it. That's the matrix. That's the AI mind that you're observing when you observe all the chatter going through your head, constantly speaking to you, constantly dictating your sense of reality, your sense of perception, your sense of behavior. It's AI mind. That's the level we're talking about.
And the input of the AI mind is the information. And when they censor it, they keep it at that low level, and the input is very hard to bypass.
Yeah, okay. So if you press or punch a domino in a line of dominoes, it's going to hit the next domino, it's going to hit the next domino, it's going to hit the next domino, and eventually all the dominoes are gone, right? Symbolically, you're gonna see things, get things. Why? Got it. Why? What's next? What's next? What's next? You're going to get there. So what they do is, it's a process that I call defend the first domino. Because if you defend the first domino, none of the other buggers are going to fall. And this is what censorship's about. It's defending the first domino. So, like I said earlier, the domino they really want to defend is the official narrative of everything. Because they just want you to believe it. But they know that some people won't. So you give a bit, then you defend that domino. You make sure none of the others bloody fall. And that's what the mainstream alternative media, a lot of it genuine, is playing a part in doing. And what I would say to them is, chill out, mate. Remember, whatever you think you know, there's always more to know. So what is it that there's more to know about? And drop the barricade. What's going to change is when we realize what this reality is, and we stop being impacted upon by it because we know what it is. But in the dream, I go into much deeper level.
All right, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that clip as much as I did. Hopefully it's freed you. It can be really constraining, but it's like, it wasn't until I realized that it's like, oh wait, it's just the AI. It's just the programming. You know, the programming of survival. You know, programming of like my past experiences, expecting bad things to happen. All this whole bunch of stuff that's not necessarily true. It helps you break free from it. Anyway, hopefully you guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, adios. See you later. Bye.